All right, we're in the process of cleaning a 2-bedroom apartment. Has some pretty good stains in it, as you can see. And we've already, of course, everything's been pre-vacuumed real good. We've already done one big room, and it's half raked. And he's putting down the pre-spray in the next room. This room has some little red stains and color stains in it. We'll probably have to get those with an iron. But that's what we're going to be doing with the Oreck orbiter, so stay tuned. Alright, that one's raked. We've got a new sprayer, and it puts the pre-spray down pretty heavy, so these carpets will be slightly damper than they usually are. So you may see they may have some darker areas. Alright, he's just working on this room. This room had a lot of colored stains in it, like this green right here. And there's some red here and there. There's actually some toothpaste or something in the carpet. So we'll probably have to take that out with an iron. I doubt this will get the stains out all the way.
I sprayed ammonia on the toothpaste,
yeah,
and it seems to have broke it down. I don't see it.
I can still see there's a little green spot.
It used to be like a big old dog, like someone just put a couple of good spots of toothpaste, and now it's pretty much broken down. Ammonia will take care of a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, there he goes. So I'll turn the camera back on when we get in here, and some of this is already starting to lighten up a little bit. Even though Fabuloso is a pH of 7, which is neutral, but it still cleans pretty good. I mean, we used to clean really dirty carpets with Fabuloso. Simple Green works a little bit faster, and it has a grease cutter in it. But this Fabuloso works pretty good. We just had a whole bunch of Fabuloso that we've had left over from a couple of years back, and we decided to just use it for a while and kind of get rid of some of it. But anyway, stay tuned. We'll be in here cleaning in just a moment. All right. Yeah, he did just clean the bonnet out in the sink with the sink sprayer. So it's fresh.
Now, the camera may not show it. It's dark in here naturally. All our jobs seem to be dark, but this is a heavy traffic lane, and well, you can look here and over here and see what I'm talking about. So we're trying to lighten up the traffic lane to sort of match the cleaner area of the carpet in the center of the room. You can tell in the center of the room they had a coffee table sitting there because no one's feet ever went.
Or an area rug or something.
They had something that kept it clean.
While you're showing that, before he gets to something interesting. All right, we did do this room in here, and we're waiting to see. We went ahead and put some hydrogen peroxide down on that green stain, and we're going to see if it lightens up. We have to come back here tomorrow anyway, so we're going to wait and see if it lightens overnight. Try not to get the iron out on it if we don't have to. If it'll come most of the way out by itself. You can't get them 100% sometimes, and there's tons of red stains in here, more than they're willing to pay for. So at a certain point, if we can get everything to lighten up quite a bit, that's about as good as it's going to get, because this carpet's pretty worn out. It's got a lot of damage. So we're just cleaning the fibers. You cannot clean damage. You can't fix damage by cleaning, so a worn out carpet's a worn out carpet. It's not going to look perfect when it's final raked either, because you just can't fix the texture to make the worn areas blend in good with the areas of the carpet still in pretty decent condition.
But it'll look all right, and that's what counts.
Yeah, it's an improvement. So the Fabuloso works okay.
Oh yeah, it works, and it doesn't leave a soapy residue in the
Yeah,
carpet.
it's a neutral pH. That's one reason you might want to choose to try something like Fabuloso, is just because you don't have to worry as much about leaving a residue behind. If you don't put down a super heavy pre-spray, you usually won't have to worry about the residue anyway. Now I say that, to be fair, the area we live in, the water that we have, because you have to know the hardness of your local water. And you can, like if you take a shower and it takes a long time to get the shampoo out of your hair, then you're going to have more problems when you clean the carpets of getting the detergents back out. But this water here is really good for carpet cleaning, and it's usually dry and hot, so they dry fast too. So it's kind of an advantage. If you live in certain areas, carpet cleaning the way we do it may not work very good for you. You may have to go over everything with an extractor when you're done to try to get the residue out. But we don't have any problems with it.
Well, you don't have to get residue out if you use a neutral.
Yeah, stick with a neutral pH.
Neutral cleaner, yeah.
Or a lower pH. Nothing we use goes over 9.5 pH, so you can usually get it out in the cleaning process. Now, some people use pHs above like 10 or higher.
11.
Yeah, and those can be a little bit more difficult. You may have to run a rinse to get them out. If you have issues, you'll know, and you'll have to start doing whatever you need to get the residue out of your carpets. Alright.
Now, when you got a dirty area like the one I just went over, if you want to make sure, just go over it again. Never hurts to check it twice. It only takes a few seconds out of your time, and then you can walk away in confidence knowing you did it right.
Yeah, the only really bad area left is right over here.
Now, some of these carpets, you come across, if they're real greasy or grimy, sometimes you'll want to bonnet clean them once just to get the top layer of grease and grime off, and then you'll want to do them a second time to get into the actual carpet fibers after you've degreased them with the top layer. So don't be afraid to do them 2 or 3 or 4 times if that's what it takes. It just depends on how nested they are. We've had nested ones that we do several times. You have to.
Now, some areas, like right here, that's where people were putting the heels of their shoes when they were sitting on their sofa or whatever watching TV, and they've ground in and damaged the fibers. So there's nothing's going to make those that area match 100% to the rest of the carpet. And it may not show on video very well, but that's a lot of the problem you have, is you can't really blend the carpet back together 100%. So sometimes it looks like the carpet's still dirty and it's just a worn area. And that's just something you have to live with. You hit something over there. Something foamy.
That's all right. Probably something that's in the carpet from somebody else.
Yeah, somebody spilled something there or tried to clean up the stain or something at one time.
When you come across stuff like that, you know someone's cleaned the carpet.
With something.
And there's something in it too, like dish soap or something like that.
Yeah, maybe some Resolve, but probably a lot of people like to use dish soap or whatever, and it's that's what you're going to find. You're going to make some suds when you go over. We'll just go over it. We'll just go over it a little bit more. And
It'll come out.
yeah, one problem with carpet cleaning is sometimes people have tried to clean the carpets. You don't know what they put in there, and a lot of times you just don't have time to play around with some existing problem that somebody else has created. You just do the best you can, and that's it. You don't always have time to mess with all that stuff. So as long as we can get the carpets cleaned, I'm not worried about getting all the residue out of that area 100%, because we just don't have time to do all that with this.
Well, we're getting hard to clean the carpets, not get soap out of someone stuck in.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do what you're getting hired to do. And if you're not getting paid to do a whole bunch of extra stuff, don't be doing it for free. You do it for free and they'll let you, and they won't pay you.
Yeah, we'll go over it a little bit more and try to get some more of that out, but it may just have to be stuck in there. And
we'll go over it a little bit more. What I'm going to do is, when I'm done doing this whole room, I'm going to cook the bonnet and hit the bad areas once more, and then we're going to be out of here. And it's going to be done too. Done good and proper. you can already tell it's a lot different than it was when we started. All the big dark areas are gone, which I knew they would be.
Yep.
Now, someone asked me on a Facebook post the other day, what's the best carpet cleaner you'd recommend if you're not going to use an end cap, something that you can walk away and you're not going to leaving it in? And I'd say Fabuloso, or there's a chemical called Folex. And Folex is designed to be where you don't have to worry about rinsing it. It's
that's what they claim anyway.
That's what they claim. And so I like Fabuloso. Folex is around $18 or $20 a gallon. And Fabuloso is, $7 or $8 a gallon. So I'm gonna stick to Fabuloso. But let me flip the bonnet. Yeah, if you want a cleaner, if you're not going to end cap, which a lot of people are into that these days, and you want something you can walk away and leave behind, Simple Green Simple Green's not bad, but Fabuloso, it won't leave a residue behind for you. No, I'm not hitting the whole carpet, just the stuff I know is bad. And if my brother holding the camera sees something, he can point it out, I'll run over there real quick.
I'll just get that foamy area when you finish everything else. Just try to get some of that foam off of there
Stir it back up.
so it doesn't dry with a stiff area in the carpet. No, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's a funny time of day and the light's weird. It's hard. Now the camera may show things that we're not able to really pick up 100%, but to my eye, everything looks, looks good and even. I just see some worn areas, but a lot of this just depends on which way you've got the nap adjusted when you make your last pass of the machine over it. You can make it look dark, you can make it look light. So hopefully when we rake it. Now there's going to be some damper looking areas when it's finally raked. It's going to have some areas that look darker because the carpets aren't dry yet. But that should fade
I
out.
sprayed them real wet because they're real dirty, so I got the carpets really wet. The secret to this is get the carpets wet. Get them as wet as you think you need to, and don't be scared to get the carpets wet. Normally a job like this will dry in about an hour and a half. I don't really care if it takes 8 hours. I just care that the carpet's clean, and when it dries, it looks good. If it takes longer to dry than an hour and a half, it doesn't matter.
Well, that's with what we're doing. If you're using an extractor or something that puts down a lot of water, you don't want to get your carpet soaked because they'll get brown spots, and you're going to wick up things from underneath the backing of the carpet from in the pad, especially things like old pet odors and things like that. If you get the carpets too wet, that's going to bring up those odors that maybe have gone away, and you can have a real mess on your hand. The pre-spray we're putting down isn't as heavy as like an extractor would shoot down.
Yeah, when you go to a place that's got lots and lots of stains everywhere, if you extract it, those stains on the top, they're like the size of a coffee coaster, like a drink coaster, but underneath they're the size of a pizza tray.
Yeah, they can spread out.
They're huge, so
they're like these carpet stains are like icebergs. The part you see on top is not the main part of it necessarily.
That's the little part.
Yeah, you want to be careful that you don't start bringing up all this old stuff. This is the one thing we like about bonnet cleaning, because you're not getting anything wet enough during the process that you're going to have any problems.
You shouldn't have no problems. Get this one more time for another.
Especially if you're doing like glue down carpets or Berbers. It's a lot better to use the bonnet than it is to use an extractor, because you're going to overwet the carpets pretty easily.
Now you guys are
so
trying
bonnet
to learn.
cleaning is easier.
Y'all are trying to learn to see how to do this because you want to buy a machine and do this yourselves. You watch how I'm doing this. I know where the dirty areas are, and I'm going over from different angles to hit the fibers in different directions. So.
All right, don't forget that foamy area.
I already did on my camera.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off, pause this, and I'm not even going to show it raked because I already know it's not going to look too good until tomorrow when it dries. And I'm going to get the camera put away because we've got to pack all of our gear in a bag before we can rake.
We got to go do another one.
Yeah, so you can kind of see roughly by the time I get it raked. Tomorrow when it's completely dry, it's going to look a lot better than it does right now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that. Oh, and check the video description. There's a link for our Amazon Influencer store, and you can find the latest prices and information and reviews on the Oreck Orbiter and also a lot of the accessories for it. And we have lots of other equipment that we also show on that page.
And
So
you guys, go buy more equipment from us and get in business. Do this yourselves.
yeah, it's a fun way to beat the drudgery of a 9-to-5 job,
You bet.
punching the time clock.
Pays
Anyway.
pays a lot better than a job.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and until next time, thanks for watching.